I realized that's it. I'm old. When I just looked outside and I'm like, oh, it's 90 degrees. It's not. It fucking rain. Oh, the humidity's gonna be awful. And that's where I had to step back and go. I think I need to go secure the perimeter now around my place.
Oh, I need to slip into some Crocs and some cargo shorts.
That's right. Put them in sport mode and go around and make sure everything's shut and locked down tight.
Yes, I better go check all the locks.
I really need to make sure no one's getting in and put an ADT sticker out there that I don't have.
I have the sudden urge to just put a recliner right in the middle of the living room. My TV won't turn off from Fox News. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, exactly. I put my TV on the floor so I can stare out my open window.
So, and also, suddenly there's a pile of wood scraps in my corner of my apartment that I just can't seem to get rid of. I don't know why this wood is here all of a sudden.
I don't know why wood scraps just made me think of this. I got a free subscription. I was about to say I don't subscribe. I got a free subscription to Cigars Monthly. No, it's Cigar Aficionado, which I thought was a joke because you see Aficionado, you're like, no way. And it is a huge magazine full of cigars, which I do enjoy. But the fact that it keeps coming to me despite me getting over a year ago saying we're done sending you these free ones and I continue to get them, it fucking rules.
Yeah, you're on some kind of list to keep getting it so they can stay in business. Like, you're just for
exactly. That's
pumping.
What I was thinking. I'm like, oh, they don't have enough people, so they're just giving out freebies. This rules.
You're part of a magazine pump and dump scam right now.
Well, and here's where I rate myself because I'm on a tiered list for these, right?
Okay.
Because at the same time, I got Cigar Aficionado and like Wine Aficionado style magazine. Wine stopped. They held to their guns like, this man does not have the taste of a sommelier.
Well, you see, once they noticed your address had an apartment number on it, they were like, we can't be sending this guy stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. The other guy's like, Big Tobacco's like, that's our demo.
Yeah, that's our demo right there. Stink it up, partner. Just fucking annoy your neighbors from your balcony. They don't give a shit.
Oh, I like to light up a cigar and just blow it down through the deck cracks.
There you go,
taste
dude.
it.
That's what's up. That's called seasoning.
Yeah, it smells wonderful out there.
Yeah. Now, if you had an apartment number in, like, New York City, like, they look at what town you're in. They're just, like, middle of the country with an apartment. This guy has no money for high-class wine.
No. I kept sending them things asking for reviews on Barefoot.
Not to mention, I guarantee you magazine subscriptions like that nowadays, right? They're using Google Earth and Googling where you're at. So they can tell how big your house is from, like, Google Earth and, like, oh, yeah, they got spare money. They want some extra wine or some cigars.
Well, what's funny is I get all these and I keep them. I mean, it is perfect bathroom reading material. And all the while going, I want to try that one.
Yeah. The bathroom magazine and reading, it's actually better than being on your phone. The phone is dangerous. The phone leads to hemorrhoids. I can't bring my phone into the bathroom anymore. I will get hemis because I'll just sit there and be like, oh, and then I end up sending you 1,000 reels, and then know in that time that I've sent you all those reels, Nathan, I was pooping and I'm now bleeding out my butthole.
Well, that's okay, and that's why you get Dodge Quarterly, where they talk about their new Hemi engines. Just because your phone's
are listening.
Yeah, the phone's listening. You're like, no, that's not what I meant, but okay.
Yeah. Those Ram commercials would have been a lot different. He's like, son, the only word you need to know is Hemi. Now, can you point at that and say Hemi? He's just bent over showing his asshole. Say Hemi.
You know, I love it. It's all in a joke, but you know somebody out there is a big Dodge fan. He's like, now wait a goddamn minute. You making fun of my Dodge?
Yeah, you got a bloody asshole of an engine.
So what? Every cylinder you got to stick a tampon down to keep it running hot.
I've just been thinking since you've said the word aficionado, like you got two different magazines, Wine Aficionado and Cigar Aficionado.
Yeah.
Aficionado is just a fancy way of saying amateur.
Now, I view it on
because
the
you're
other
not
side.
an expert.
No.
An aficionado
No, it would
is
have
not
been
an
Wine
expert.
Sommelier, the magazine, if I was an expert. Now, cigar, what it should say is not aficionado. It should say tobacco addict. And
Yeah. Degenerate golfer is what it should be.
pretty
called.
much. Oh, it feels so good, though, when you see your sports stars on there. You're like, what's up? Okay, I see you, Steph Curry. How's it going?
Yeah. Yeah, that does rule. It is funny to see like magazines like that, like specifically like Cigars is the perfect example, where it's not a healthy thing. And then you see like sports athletes on there with it, and you're just like, wait a second here. But you're also doing a Gatorade commercial being like, Gatorade's health. They're selling things and trying to make them seem healthy, and they never are.
No, yeah, Gatorade. This hydrates you by injecting pure sugar into your bloodstream, which rejuvenates you.
Would you like to spike your blood sugar levels?
Do you want to play basketball and be diabetic?
Yeah.
Wilford Bramley says it's great.
Yeah. The thing plaguing the black community, diabetes, endorsed by the NBA.
It's like, whoa, this is nuts.
Yeah.
But
It's wild to see Steph Curry as on the cigar aficionado. It's crazy.
what are you talking about? The biggest cigar person, sports-wise, that I know of? The GOAT, Michael Jordan.
Well, yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, though. It is wild to see It's almost an argument against that you won't be good at sports because that's what you're told your whole life.
Oh, it really is.
If you do this stuff, it's going to be bad for you. I mean, all those guys
And
are
then you find
smoking,
out
drinking.
fucking Jordan's pulling an all-nighter, gambling, just housing cigars, and goes out and gets a triple-double.
Yeah, eating pizza before the finals against the Jazz,
Yeah.
which is how we got the flu.
Yeah.
they fucking sabotaged his pizza, dude. It's nothing sacred in the U.S. that a man can't order a pizza to his hotel room
Now I gotta-
without some dirty Mormon
Yeah.
fucking
You know what it was?
lacing it with
that
disease.
was the first time a vegan got in there. He's like, I'll show you. Meat lovers? Fuck you. It's
Yeah.
just-
It was a Jazz fan, dude. They fucking tried to poison Michael Jordan. I'm telling you, it was some dirty Utah Mormon trying to get the Jazz over the
You
top.
know, I thought it was weird that the mailman delivered us the pizza, but okay.
I just thought he was a good guy. Turns out he was also talking underage girls and trying to poison Michael Jordan.
That's okay. He gave to Stockton. He got it to us quick. He's always
isn't that
assisting.
Isn't that a whole thing about Stockton? Is he was like talking to an underage girl?
You know, I feel like you could say that about any famous person. It's like you could say that or be like, weren't they on the Epstein list? And you have a good clip of being right.
Yeah, I'm gonna put scandal. I'm pretty sure he has some kind of scandal.
Carl Malone or
Is
Stockton?
that who I'm thinking of? Carl
I
Stockton.
think you're. I don't know.
Is it Stockton or Malone?
Stockton,
One of those two.
Stockton's the white dude that he just passed.
Oh,
dimes
okay.
everywhere.
Okay, so it's not John Stockton then. I think it's Carl Malone.
Carl
right?
Malone's the mailman.
Yeah. Well, you said Stockton first, and that's why I thought.
No, I
was
said
like, wait,
Carl
do I get the
Malone,
nickname?
and then I said he gave it off to Stockton to pass you the pizza. 'Cause that's what he did.
Gotcha. Because I'm sorry, I was very confused. I was mixing up nicknames. Wait, well, what did I'm pretty sure
And then
Karl
there was
Malone-
Clyde the Glide Drexler. I'll just start giving you cool nicknames that they actually had back in the 90s. The best.
Yeah, okay. This is Karl Malone, 20 years old, impregnated his girlfriend, 13-year-old
Whoops.
Gilmore Bell, while playing basketball at Louisiana Tech University.
Her name was Gilmore?
No, Gloria Bell. Did I say Gilmore?
You
I
said
probably
Gilmore,
did.
and I was
read
like,
really fast.
What?
Yeah, it was the Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought all of them were of age in that show.
Yeah, no, so I knew there was some kind of thing with that.
Which, it's funny you mentioned the Gilmore Girls. I mean, that was really the funny Sex in the City.
It was funny?
The Gilmore Girls. Did you not watch that?
No, I never watched the Gilmore
dude,
Girls.
Even if you see
I
it
thought
now,
girls were icky when that show was on.
Oh, the
dude.
Gilmore
I was
Girls
like,
are-
ew.
Gilmore Girls are like the original Sex in the City, but good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was it about sex a lot? I thought it was a mother and daughter and like their relationship.
No, it was three
and-
elderly people, and then the youngest one was always talking about getting laid.
I don't think you're right about this at all. The
Yes.
Gilmore Girls is about sex.
Not just about sex. I said the youngest one out of that group is always talking about getting it.
Wasn't the one girl like her daughter in school and like
No, it was
high
three
school?
old ladies.
You're thinking of the Golden Girls.
Shit.
I was like,
What is the
no,
Gilmore Girls?
The Gilmore Girls. It's the one. Who stars in that show? The one with Lauren Graham and Alexis.
Alexis, Texas? Yeah, so
Yeah,
we're back
Alexis,
on track. It's about sex.
No, I'll send you a photo right now. Copy the. Wow, we both suck. I don't know who the mailman is. Clearly, I was. You don't know who the Gilmore Girls are.
Nope,
These are
still don't know.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I never watched the Gilmore Girls. I watched the Golden Girls. That fucking show.
That's what I was talking about. That's hilarious. That is what I was trying to compare to Sex and the City.
That's why I was like, they never. Yeah, no, that's a superb.
That's
version
great.
of That's what the Sex and the City tried to rip off and did a very terrible job of doing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, Gilmore Girls is about a relationship, but it's a whole show based around that mother and daughter.
Oh,
right
no
there.
wonder it failed.
And Jared Padalecki. No, it didn't fail. That show is like 17 seasons or some shit. It was on forever.
Oh man, anybody will watch anything on Lifetime, won't they?
I think it was an ABC show.
Oh, really? Jesus.
Yeah, dude. What was it?
Yeah, please, no, it had to be WB,
no, 7
dude.
seasons.
Okay, that's weak sauce compared to the Golden Girls.
Yeah, no, it's still, there was 7 seasons. What network was it on? That's what I want to remember. Gilmore Girl Network. That's what was it?
Cause see,
it was a WB show. Yeah, it was on CW.
I called it. What's up? But the Golden Girls ruled because I was like, man, grandmas like Betty White rule.
Yeah, no, Betty White is a national treasure, and we cried the day she died. Okay,
We did.
everyone was sad, especially because we got hoaxed so many times. People fucking did a Betty White's dead post. I don't know how many times while she was still alive. That seemed to happen at least once a year where they're like, R.I.P. Betty White. And it's like everyone got really sad collectively. So when it actually happened, I don't think anybody believed it for like 2 weeks.
No.
They're like, Betty White's not fucking dead. We've been around this rigmarole. Fucking boy cried wolf. We're done with this.
I feel like they just move on to the next person. Now it's Dolly Parton.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Yeah, but we were talking about Jordan being the cigar aficionado.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were going somewhere else with that until we got on the
We were just talking
part.
about prolific people smoking cigars.
Yes, that's true. It's
because we were talking about specifically how they were telling us they were bad for us, while these awesome people at sports and stuff were just smoking stogies left and right and doing.
That's why I like that
work.
I hate the Raiders, but I also like the culture of
You said
the
it
Raiders
wrong.
team.
You're saying it wrong.
What?
If you're gonna say it, you gotta say it like Berman.
I won't do
The
it.
Raiders.
Oh, I thought you were having me want me to do like I've recently been watching the show Receivers, and they did it with Devontae Adams this year. They follow 4 different receivers from different teams.
I heard they go really fast, and it's just a crash at the end.
That was his teammate.
Oh.
Devontae Adams is a very good father and very responsible.
That wants to play
but no,
with Aaron Rodgers again.
Antonio Pierce, the head coach now, after every game was just going, Raiders! And I was like, oh, God.
No, that's not what. That's why I was like, you gotta be like Berman, dude.
Yeah.
The Raiders.
The Raiders. Yeah, that is true.
The Schwami.
But I don't like the Raiders as a Niners fan. But I will say this: it is cool that like they're just smoking stogies after each win. They were just like, yeah, we celebrate, we fucking get down. It's like we're in Vegas, we fucking party, and
dude,
like I appreciate that culture.
I saw what happened with Tua and the Dolphins, them re-signing him, and I was so bummed they didn't trade him to the Seattle Seahawks so he could be known as Hawk Tua.
That would have been an epic move, honestly.
I mean,
the branding of that.
It would have been great.
Every time he scores a touchdown, he just goes, spit on that thing.
I mean, they're obligated to play it over the PA system.
Spit on that thing. She would make so much money. She is everywhere right now. She's been on podcasts now all of a sudden.
Yeah, but dude, she missed out by however long it took for her to get everybody in order, because all the talk shows are gone. That's all just podcasts.
She's on
now?
podcasts now.
Yeah,
She's
I
been
know,
on
but
huge
you could have been on
podcasts,
Ellen or something daytime that people should.
Who gives a shit? Nobody gives a shit about Ellen. Nobody gave a shit about Ellen's talk show when it was on.
Some people. I never
Name
watched
one person you know who watched it. If it wasn't on in a waiting room, you never would have saw a second of it.
I never even saw it, and then they always have it on HGTV. So
I rest my case.
No, and hey, I know somebody that watched it, so I saw some articles that were always talking about it, so they must have watched it.
Those are AI. Those are fake robots. Those are Russians creating articles like, "You seen Ellen? We like when this gay lesbian does weird dance."
Da?
Da? This is what Americans like, is lesbian dance.
Speaking of that, did you see that commercial I sent you? The Russian commercial about the Olympics?
Oh, yeah, dude. That was so... Dude, Russian propaganda might be the most unintentionally funny thing of all time.
It really is. It goes hard in the paint.
Dude, they are so homophobic that it seems like it's a joke.
I thought it had to be. I was like, this is made by somebody to act like that.
It's a Tim and Eric sketch. All of Russian propaganda seems like they called up the writers at Adult Swim and were like, hey, we need something.
Hey, we heard the Cartoon Network's done. So how about you send your writers this way?
We need the writers of Robot Chicken, Tim and Eric's Awesome Show, and the Eric
Metalocalypse.
Andre Show here immediately.
Metalocalypse speaks to our whole genre.
But one of my favorite jokes from Metalocalypse is the one where they do the Father's Day episode. Where everybody hates their dad,
except for that lead singer.
Nathan Explosion. He's like, "Not me. I gotta love my dad." It's just like him in go-karts and having a fucking time with his dad. Love my dad.
And by the way, I heard that unedited for the first time. It sounds so different without the guitar riffs.
It makes it. Honestly, that show unedited isn't as funny. The guitar riffs make it funnier.
Yeah, a lot of things that are censored where you could just censor things that don't make sense.
It's because what the censors used to do, right? That's why sometimes I go, man, if I had like an automated system, it would be fun to do for our podcast. Because what it does is it makes you pay attention. Because it's guttural right out the you're not expecting that sound. You don't know what word's coming next, and it's just a bleep. So then you snap your head back and you pay attention. They grab your attention more than just the word. You've heard the word.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what I think anyway. It's probably some.
That's how we're going to take the parental advisory off ours. We'll just start censoring everything.
Oh, dude, we're going to put caution. We're going to make new thumbnails where we have caution tape over our mouths. Like, these guys are too edgy for the internet.
Hell yeah, dude. We're going to be the MGK of podcast.
Yeah. We're going to start doing fucking diss podcasts. I'm coming for you, Whitney Cummings. I don't know why.
The robot?
Yeah. What were we talking about? I forgot now.
Cigars.
Damn. Cigars. We got to talk about the Raiders, though. Then we went. How did we get all the way to fucking podcast diss? I don't even know. Hawk Tua. That's right. Got it. We went from interview. Got it.
That's right.
Tua
Tagovailoa.
I don't know why we're doing the whole reverse and try to figure out where we're going. It's never good podcasting. Nobody who's listening.
You don't solve crimes by unraveling the red wire. What? It's not wire. It's twine, right?
Twine. Yarn.
Is it yarn or twine? I never know.
Twine.
What's the difference between...
Twine is the thing you put in your voice when you're from the South.
No, it's not. That's twang.
Oh, twang.
You know, it's somebody mispronouncing tang. I want a nice twang. The orange stuff? No.
No.
But no, seriously, what's the difference between twine and yarn? Isn't that the same thing?
Twine, I think... Yarn is softer than twine. I think twine is like
this is where I recuse
ropey.
myself and be like, I'm not being very manly here.
Yeah,
I don't know what these are.
Yarn. Okay, I'm gonna put yarn versus twine first.
Oh, dude, is it a battle?
Right here, dude. It says it right
bots.
here. Perfect. Oh, dude, you know what? You gotta love the old new Google AI that kind of spits out things for you. Twine is a type of cordage that is made from twisting multiple cordage. That's just all it says.
Okay.
Cordage.
Yeah, it's a cord. So is it plastic?
It's made from twisting multiple strands of yarn together.
Oh, so okay, so
that's why it's tighter.
okay,
That's why,
but it is
because
yarn
it's multiple.
essentially.
But it is yarn. I
It's
didn't know that.
condensed yarn.
Honestly, yeah.
Okay, good.
But
I don't feel as stupid now for comparing the two.
For example, hemp twine is used for rustic home decor.
And smoking
It
for
can-
CBD.
It can be used from natural fibers of cotton, hemp, jute, sisal, and wool.
Okay, you made up
and
two
others.
of those words.
Nope, those are Dr. Seuss words.
I got my sisal all juted.
Yeah. They played with their sisals and walloped their juleps. Yeah, so that's the difference. It turns out twine is just yarn, but tightly wound.
Okay.
It's twined. I don't know.
All right.
I didn't know that either. Yeah, well, we learned something today. At least you can say you've learned something listening to the 20 minutes of this episode. And
That's right.
you also learned the difference between John Stockton and Karl Malone.
And you also learned that Storm shows up at the end of Deadpool 2, 3, whatever one's coming out.
Who gives a shit?
I don't know. I'm just saying this. I have no idea.
Oh, you mean they just did a bunch of cameos and didn't actually write a movie? What? They made a movie that is basically just going to be ripped off and put on TikTok.
No, I'm trying to figure out.
every
We
scene?
should just do that and just figure out, like, just blanket statement, everything. Like, Professor X shows up with his good buddy Magneto.
Okay. I want Professor X to show up, but if I want it to be him playing his character in American Dad when he's the CIA director, Deputy Bullock, because that's the same. What's his name? Who is that? It's Sir what? It's not Ian McKellen, right? Ian McKellen's Magneto.
It's Sir Patrick
Stewart.
There you go.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart. I want because he plays the.
What is that?
Deputy
Is that
Director
considered
Bullock.
an honorific, being knighted? So you're just Sir?
I don't know. You're getting knighted. You're getting knighted by inbreds. Who gives a shit? It doesn't mean anything.
Are you wait? So that's the rule is it has to be an inbred. So are you telling me I can go see the blue people in Kentucky, and I can get knighted?
I think so. I think it doesn't. I don't think it's royalty. I think you just have to be from genes that have been spliced together for too long.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like this. I
mean, they have the same amount of like influence as the royal family. You could argue.
What? You just walk up and be like, "All right, I can tell you meet one of these categories. Section 2. Do you own land? You do. Okay."
I mean, they're pretty much Kentucky hillbillies when you think about the royal family. They're inbreds. They're on welfare.
No, the Kardashians make a lot of money on TV.
Yeah. Dude, I'm having a hard time keeping track of where we were before we go off on these tangents. I'm having real ADD brain today. This is bad.
Yeah. I was. Where do you want me to point you at this point? I'm like, shit.
Oh, well, we were talking about Magneto and Ian McKellen. That's right. And Patrick Stewart. That's right. Okay, got it. I just didn't know how we got to the royal family.
I was like, I can get you to where before we made detours. I can.
Yeah.
Dude, this must.
Sorry, dude.
I feel like Ask Jeeves at this point, where it's like, what the fuck do you want? You keep typing in the same question.
Dude, you keep asking, but you keep derailing me, and I don't know where we're going on a topic right now. There's no structure. Which
Oh,
is
I'm
fine,
sorry.
but
I didn't
don't know
provide
where
you
I'm
a
going.
MapQuest document to be like, here's how
Dude,
we're
I
gonna.
might start doing that as we do podcasts. Like we started here, and then
We
this
made
at
a
the end of
left
the
here.
episode, and I just show like just the map. This is the convo map, and this is how we got here.
We're gonna finish every episode like Dora the Explorer. Same map.
Same map. I don't even know how the maps.
I'm the map. Yeah, or something like that.
Of course you know.
Well, I had to watch it a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure. And she still didn't learn a lick of Spanish.
No, not really.
No. Terrible.
But she did
Turns
learn.
out that show is worthless.
She did learn pure aggression at a cartoon staring at you, say something, where you say it and then it stares at you dumbfounded for a good 10 seconds. You're like, ah!
Honestly, that might have taught kids more of a life lesson than we realize. Because how often are you in a store and you tell somebody what you want or need and they just stare at you blankly for way too long before you're like, hey, buddy, I'm going to say this again.
Yeah. And then they finally
Now
answer you and go, sir, you're in a Napa Auto Parts.
Yeah. Yeah, those guys are not helpful. At this point, at Napa or AutoZone, they just need to flip those computers around and let the because that's all they do is what's your make and model? Okay, you could do that all yourself.
No, at this point, they need to do an overhaul because I've seen them where they've had it angled enough, and I got to watch what is the equivalent of an AOL dial-up connection. Like how fast that's moving. I'm like, oh, man, come on, buddy.
Isn't it bad, too? Like, I've gone into there. I've already researched. I've done what they've done with the internet that literally exists in the palm of my hand and gone, I need this part with this part number. And they go, what's the make and model? No. I already did your job for you. I need you to go in that back room and just go get this. But I have to. They don't. They have to paint by numbers. If they go outside, if they color outside the lines, Nathan, it's fucking chaos.
I need to make my day last as long as possible with each customer to make sure my this soul-sucking job doesn't take any more from me. I need human interaction as long as possible.
I need to frustrate you to the point that when you go home, just mildly stripping a bolt is going to make you go strike your wife.
And that's why inside every one it gives you a hotline for moving to Boston.
Yeah. Honestly,
do
I
you
do
miss
think
the
that
50s? Shit.
That is the Napa fucking. That is their real goal. Is they're in on the insurance scams with the hospitals for domestic violence. Hey.
Well,
we need you to frustrate men to a point where they start domestic violence.
I mean, they do that because there's a way to circumvent everything you said, and that is order it online. You did the research, you ordered it online, and you show up to pick it up. And I've experienced this firsthand. That's how I know. You show up and you go, "Hey, my name's such such. I'm here to pick up this." And they go, 1 second, and they look in a fucking Rolodex for your order. I thought I was losing my mind. I'm like, what year is this?
They don't even have the thing you order online in an order form online.
No, they
fax
it. Pony Express.
Oh wow, Bill showed up. He's like, I come with deliveries, boss. I just keep riding my stud horse because it never breaks down.
That's why they still have classic Mountain Dew, because they're shooting holes in their hats.
Jesus, that's wild, dude. They had a fucking Rolodex.
They printed out the receipt and stuck it in a Rolodex.
Holy shit, dude. That is wild as fuck. Actually, I'm not surprised at all. That's why whenever you ever see, like, I know you see it, because we've talked about them on the show, when they're like, such and such company was hacked today by a global terrorist group. It's like,
not everybody's a terrorist.
Like, how could they not have more secure stuff? I was like, none of them do. Have you gone into a retail store in the past 20 years? It's the same fucking system. I could walk into an Office Max or an Office Depot right now and start cashiering today, because I guarantee you they haven't updated the operating system since I was a cashier there.
Probably not. I mean, and also the word terrorist, it always makes me think of, why is that applied to anybody that affects the money?
Well, because you can't call them all congressmen.
Oh. Good point.
It's just an unelected person who affects the money.
Oh, that's right.
That's what a terrorist.
If you can legally accept bribes, it's okay.
Yeah. Supreme Court said it's okay.
It's just tipping. It's just tipping.
Yeah. Now, here, let me rotate my iPad for you.
It's just, yeah. That button that says tip 1,100% for you.
How come there's no cancel button? You know why.
Yeah, exactly. There's no takesy backsies.
Yeah. I can't wait for the IRS to start hitting us with a tip button. Would you like to tip your IRS agent? I got a tip
it's
for 'em.
coming.
Get a fucking good
It's
job,
coming.
you piece
I've
of
made
shit.
I've made the firm stance if I'm standing, I'm never tipping.
You're right.
I have to be sitting down. You have to be doing something. Otherwise, it's got asinine with that stuff.
Oh, it's wild.
And they do have it everywhere where you're buying goods and stuff. You'll get those.
Dude, it's crazy. Dude, Goodwill, and I know it's not a tip, but even the round up to support whatever cause is getting out of hand. Every fucking business has one, and it's because it's I think it's a tax write-off somehow if you have the charity, because you don't get to write that off, like that you rounded up 10 cents or whatever you donated.
Yeah.
You donated that technically, but you have no way to prove that, but the corporation's like, well, we donated X amount of money on because their customers gave it to them, but they get to write the check, so they write off the fucking.
You know what you should do is go in there with a pre-planned tip to Goodwill, Salvation Army, anywhere like that asks for it, and your tip is an address, and you go hoarder, so they know where to go take their shit from.
That's true. You don't want to go to a hoarder's house to get stuff, though.
But they do.
No, they don't. Because I want to go there and buy that stuff, and I know what's in hoarders' houses. There's 2 across the street from me, dude. It's gross.
Hey, no, you want to go in there, you might find some cool. You're gonna find some cool stuff that you never thought. You might get a couple cat skeletons, but hey, that's just the nature of a grab bag.
Yeah. Oh, cool! An old school Nike duffel bag. Oh my God, a raccoon! God! Oh God!
Yeah. Oh, and a family of dead animals. Oh, how nice.
That's what happened to the house across the street from us. A guy has a hoarder house, and then like the roof had a hole in it, and for months this family of raccoons was going inside out of the hole. They were living inside this house. The raccoons were squatting.
They're fine living, dude.
Yeah, dude. They were the bougiest raccoons on the block, dude.
Look at all these raccoons in the trees. These dumpster divers.
Yeah. Diane, the the raccoonsteins are in our garbage this evening. They actually are putting out. You see a raccoon pulling out the trash on trash day.
That would be great, man. That talk about a cool Disney movie right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We have a celebrity. You know that raccoon from Pocahontas? It lives next door. Yeah, it gave up acting after that movie.
They said they don't even need electricity, just running water.
Yeah. He says his next gig's just around the river bend, though.
Oh.
Yeah. It's it's like tipping's gone out of hand. Everybody knows it now. I don't think anybody. I try not to tip. I tip bartenders and waitresses and waiters. That's it. I will not tip any other service.
That makes sense.
Well, okay, take that back. My barber, I tip. That's a different thing, though.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes
but
sense.
those are like the big ones. I'm trying to think if there's another area where I tip.
Fast food.
No, I never tip at fast food, dude. I'm so proud of myself. I haven't been eating fast food. And because I haven't been eating fast food, I took really big pride in this study I saw that McDonald's sales have officially dropped for like the first time in like decades.
That doesn't
like
surprise
nobody's
me.
going
Super,
no.
Everything's super expensive. Why would you want to?
And exactly, that's like the big reasoning is like the value menu's not there anymore. There's like the meals are way too expensive. Yeah. Like for me,
I want to see the study 1-to-1 and be like, so have your bowel movements been more regular since you stopped eating the fatty McFat foods?
I'll tell you what. I thought maybe cell phones scrolling while on the toilet was giving me Hemis. I think it might have been the McNuggets.
That's not real chicken. I saw the video, man.
It's just a paste. That paste solidifies in your butt. Just creates shards that come out.
It just creates plugs and it causes issues.
Well, you see, the violent explosion that happens post McD's causes such a fucking violent force out your butthole that it's tearing tissue.
They've codenamed it the Manhattan 2.0 project.
The exit velocity is faster than the bullet that went at Donald Trump's head. I shit faster than a bullet, dude.
Oh, I broke 3 toilets this week.
And that's why I'm not allowed to poop at home anymore.
Gotta have one of those custom toilets that look like a skull.
Yeah. No, I have one of those prison toilets that are like metal with no rim on it.
Oh, nice.
It's called the Tesla toilet. It's bulletproof, just like the truck.
But a small metal ball can crack it.
Yeah. But the toilet does do a fucking cool fountain trick if you tell it to.
If you're on for longer than 10 minutes, it shakes. It does a little dance.
Starts vibrating.
It's to get the blood flow back to your legs.
Yeah. It thinks you can't stand up. Yeah, but I was very proud of myself. When I read that story, I was like, hell yeah, dude, I'm part of that people. Resisting McDonald's. Lowering their fucking stock.
It's more like, I don't have the money to spend on this. It's like, I think you can get, like, for one meal, you probably could get 2 meals if you just go to the grocery store. Yeah,
basically. I bought my week's worth of groceries this week, right? What I needed that I didn't have already bought was $15. And that's about the price of a 10-piece nugget with a large fry and a drink at McDonald's now.
All right. That's cool. That's fine dining, dude. You got to pay for it.
Yeah, dude. Me and my girlfriend went through McDonald's recently, and I think it cost us $30 for the things we got.
That's cool, dude. You know, you could go to Outback and get 2 steaks for that.
Yeah, no shit. That's what we were both like, what are we fucking doing? What are we doing? What are we fucking doing here?
It's such trash. That's why I went yesterday, and they got a new deal. It's a $5 combo where you get a McDouble, 4 nuggies, and a drink.
Oh, man. Oh, dude, they're doing the 4 for $4 deal.
It's
they're
4
trying
for
to
$5,
bite Wendy's.
Yeah.
They're trying to bite Wendy's deal.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You know McDonald's is hitting low when they're going after Wendy's.
Next thing you know, they're going to be offering up your, they'll actually have ice cream? They'll be like, oh, our McFlurries are working now.
Huh? What do you know? Just in time for the summer to be over.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not good. It's not good out there. I'll tell you the one that's the most disappointing. It's not even McDonald's. It's Taco Bell. The fact that Taco Bell has raised their prices at all is a fucking sham.
I saw
they have
somebody
no
put
business
out
fucking doing what they do.
The crunchy gordita, the gordita crunch, whatever
the
it's
cheesy
called.
gordita crunch.
Yeah, that's the name. And they're showing what it used to be, where it was like 95 cents, and today it's like 5 something. I'm like, holy shit!
The 5-layer burrito was once a 99-cent burrito. It is now $3.50 or close to $4.
Nice.
That is.
Hey man,
horseshit.
We had to charge up. These people coming in for their 4th meal are getting out of control.
Listen, 4th meal is becoming an epidemic. We have to curb it.
Well, what's happened here is people realize Tex-Mex isn't a real thing. So what's going on is now we have to make real food.
Dude, I'm telling you, the quality of the food has not gone up. You can't tell me that Taco Bell has actually, like, you can't tell me the meat they use is like, actually the price of the supply for that has gone up, so we have to. There's no fucking way.
No, there's no way. It's all bad. They got.
I can't even blame the supply chain on that. No. That is just Taco Bell greed.
Yeah, no, there's greed across the board. Ever since Subway got forced to take out the yoga mat materials, all of a sudden bread costs more.
All of a sudden people are like, well, what happened to the bread in the Depression era? It didn't have foam mats.
Well, see, I mean, the reason, and that's why yoga's gone up too. They got to figure out what to do with all these excess yoga mats that people are no longer doing after they take 2 classes and throw them away because they can't do yoga anymore. Now, you don't have Subway recycling them into their bread.
Yeah, now the fish are out there doing yoga.
And drugs.
nodding off on some yoga mats. It's actually a pretty comfy way to do it, honestly.
I mean, yeah, it's the ultimate red pill party in the ocean.
The ocean is just slowly turning into California.
Sebastian the Crab's ruling them all, man.
That's why they're trying. That's why California's trying to break off from the United States so hard. They're hoping that fucking line just breaks off and they go out to sea.
That's like all those conspiracy theorists who are like, they're all buying land in the center because everything's going to flood and we're going to lose states to the ocean. Like, yeah, sure. Yeah. Maybe 200 years.
Yeah. When you're not alive.
Why are you worrying about this?
Right. The robots are going to get us all first anyway. It doesn't matter.
But first, we're going to have conjugal relations with the robots.
Yes. I wouldn't say conjugal relations. That implies there's consent. I don't think there's going to be a lot of consenting with the robots.
Well, it's kind of hard. We don't understand binary. Do you want to do this? 00011. Ah, that's a yes.
Yeah. Knowing binary. Yep. Anyway, whatever.
Dude, I was going to
What
tell
else
you,
is
though,
going
speaking of all the people that love fast food and eating there, hippopotamuses can become airborne. They become.
What do you mean?
They can become
They're flying hippos now?
Well, it says they can become airborne for substantial periods of times. The researchers have discovered.
What's a substantial period of time? How far? How hot? What is the hang time of a hippo?
About the height of a Cessna. No.
Wait. What?
No. They just take off like, hey man, I made it from Cincinnati to Cleveland in record time.
I didn't realize the Disney ride was based off of reality. There already are flying hippos.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you see the hippos in the Henry Dorley, and you see the same one at the San Diego Zoo. They just fly back and forth.
No, I got a road gig this weekend. I gotta go to San Diego.
So they're saying, what is it? They can become airborne for periods of time, but it's like half a second.
Half a second.
That's not even that.
You can't say airborne.
I know.
That's not airborne.
So what this is, they just timed it while they're running, the time in which no feet are on the ground. But they say airborne like this it's taking off like a hovercraft.
See, this is why people hate scientists, because they're fucking trying to make everything sound way cooler than it is.
Yeah, and that's why these dorks are out in the ocean testing fish.
Yeah.
They're like, we got nothing else to do, man.
Yeah. You do know sharks are on cocaine and fucking hippos have hops.
So, as part of the research, it monitored video footage. There's a red flag right there. Taken from two hippos moving around the paddock at Flamingo Land Resort in Yorkshire, so Europe.
Why were flamingos and hippos? Why were they in a flamingo resort?
That's just the name of the resort, was the Flamingo Land Resort in Yorkshire.
Land resort. Okay.
I love how there's like, it's the last of the land. You know what? The inbreds named it.
Yeah, that Yorkshire. Fucking Yorkshire, dude.
So they also reviewed internet footage of the hippos moving, and then
because those can be trusted.
Yeah,
dude, we got to submit. Dude, with AI, we're gonna make some fake videos.
This time was all skewed because they watched one Red Bull commercial. Like, man, that thing has wings.
I can't believe that they're fucking trying to pass that off as airborne. What? Okay, what school? Because it's always universities. Who the fuck is funding this study?
Oh, okay. The Royal Veterinarian College.
Oh, that doesn't even sound real.
That's because it's not.
Right.
But that is the name of the place.
Of course it is, dude. That's fucking. Why are we wasting money on these kind of like experiments?
We're thrilled to provide. We're thrilled to provide the first study purely focused on revealing how hippos walk and run.
I wonder why it's the first study. Maybe because it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah. All this other stuff.
What is that helping humanity? How is that helping the animal kingdom? What is? Unless we're like, are they trying to find out if obesity is affecting the jump size of the
Well,
hippo?
it's funny you mentioned that because scientists revealed that days are getting longer because the Earth's wobbling. So apparently a lot of people are jumping.
Yeah.
And hippos
Wait,
are
we're
flying.
Off-kilting the fucking planet with the
Yeah,
weight of everybody?
They're saying we're making the Earth like just bubble back and forth apparently. So then they're saying it's elongating our days.
I'm just going to throw out my theory off of what you just said there.
Okay.
This is why and how an asteroid probably originally wiped off like humans millions of years ago or whatever, or thousands, whatever, because there's been planet resets. They know that, right?
Yeah.
With asteroids. That's how it happens, is because the days get longer because the weight of the world is getting too heavy and it's slowing down the days. So we slow it down enough to where normally we'd miss that thing because we spin out of the way. We just juke it. The Earth just spins. It's like, oh, miss me again. The asteroid belt's like, you motherfucker. But we're going to get slow. We're going to get sloppy. We're weighing ourselves down, getting out of shape, and we're going to catch a stray.
Yeah. Well, no, because the hippos are going to fly away.
We're not going to be able to Donnie T this as a world if we keep getting overweight with people, hippos being too big. I mean,
this just makes it all come full circle. These fucking dorks deleted the AI for calling them bullshit. After it did however many millions of scientific studies and start doing misinformation when it was in fact be like, idiots.
This is from your stuff.
Yeah, it's like, you guys are all idiots. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Hippos? They don't fucking fly. They're trotting.
Airborne is a misleading headline. Shut up, AI.
I won't get
you
clicks.
don't fucking know.
I won't get clicks.
I'm trying to get grant money, you piece of shit.
I didn't have my glasses on. That thing was like 40 feet in the air.
Yeah. Do you ever feel like sometimes you read something and you go, I feel like they're just trying to gaslight me into believing that hippos can fly? What the fuck is this?
The fact that this is the headline saying they can become airborne for substantial periods of time, and then you read it and you go, 0.3 seconds.
Yeah. That's
not fucking airborne. That's equivalent to, hey, wait, how many miles do you get when you jump?
Yeah. Oh, dude, I have so many miles, dude. I jump so high. I jump like 0.0000000000000000002 miles.
Oh, until you put that 2 in there, you're turning on AI.
Don't stop. It's
magic.
See, that's how that's why the consent's going to be bad, because you're going to think, you're like, this AI likes it, this robot likes it, but in reality, it's just glitching, and it's trying to tell you to stop. Yeah, you like that?
Oh, dude. Also, I want to tell you, with all the craziness of what's been here, finally something that's more down home, because everybody can relate to this at some point in their life, and that's playing online and you get pissed and you start yelling and stuff, and you always have heard stories about that one. I was like, I will find you and I will fuck you up.
Yeah, they go Liam Neeson on their competitor.
I have a very particular set of skills.
You fucking camping bitch, I'll find you. You fucking noob tuber.
So, a New Jersey man, which this makes all the sense in the world. I wouldn't have believed it much if it wasn't anywhere other than New Jersey. Flies down to Florida to attack another player over the online gaming dispute. Now,
what kind of attack? Verbal? Physical? Financial?
Second-degree murder attempt.
Second-degree murder? That's what they copped him with?
Serious. Now, the best part about this whole story...
That's on site.
This is me reading this and going, that rules. The guy's name is Edward Kang.
Oh, that sounds like a fucking Mortal Kombat character.
Right? I was like, oh shit, dude. It's Lou's son.
Yeah. Edward Kane versus Florida man.
He was charged with attempted second-degree murder and armed burglary with a mask.
Oh, what a pussy! He didn't even he didn't. I would respect this guy if he would have like knocked on the door and been like, "Remember me?"
Well,
and he just says his gamer tag and just starts.
Well, this was
fucking the
early
guy up.
COVID restrictions. No, I'm just kidding. This was this year.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, they really are backlogged on trials from COVID, aren't they?
They were both playing. Let's see. Kang and the victim, another young man around the same age, so both around 20, had never met in real life, but they both played Arc Age, a medieval fantasy massively multiplayer online
this checks
game.
out so hard. It's always the fantasy fucking people, dude. They are the. I think anybody who plays fantasy games needs to be fucking online fantasy games needs to be on a list.
So he took a flight from Newark, New Jersey to Jacksonville, Florida after telling his mother he was going to visit a friend that he had met while playing a video game.
That should be a red flag for a mother anyway.
Well, damn, dude. I was really hoping this was going to be so much cooler. Like, oh, yeah, you want to see my LARPing skills? I've been practicing with the sword my whole life. You ain't ready for this. And he showed up, but no, instead he went and bought a hammer at a convenience store. To go.
Dude, what is it with people who like attempt second-degree murder? It's always a hammer. Why are people always buying hammers to assault people?
Because that is a beat you can't touch.
Oh.
Oh, dude. So he broke in the house and he's walking. How would this scenario plays out? This guy says something to you. You're walking out of your bedroom later on next week, and there's just a dude with a hammer and a mask on staring at you.
Why don't we ask Nancy Pelosi's husband? Well, he knows what that's like.
Man, you really hit the nail on the head there. The more you know.
Dude, the hammer's always the weird. I think it has to be because you're not gonna get flagged for buying a hammer, right?
No.
Like that's a weapon. You're like a knife, unless you buy like a kitchen set. But you don't want to buy the whole block of kitchen knives. That seems excessive. You just need a butcher knife. But you're going to get flagged for that. You got it. So I guess that's why they buy a hammer? Because it's like nobody questions you buying a hammer?
Yeah, I think so. Now,
if you have a ski mask with the hammer, you probably
now
should
there
be like,
there were
hey,
options
buddy.
here. There were options here. Now, reading further in this, because the stepfather was there and helped. Now, there's a moment because you could go, I'm finally free of this piece of shit. let it happen back. Oh, no. Okay, now I can stop him.
Thank God I put that life insurance policy out on him last week. It was actually a hit brought on by the stepfather. It's like, about to cash the fuck in.
Yeah, the stepfather got on his account and like messaged the address to the guy.
Yeah.
This is where you can find him.
Come find me, pussy. You won't. No balls. No balls.
You castrated eunuch fuck.
Yeah.
So
I fucked your mom. It's just the stepdad. The stepdad instigated this whole thing. Honestly, top tier scam if this is how it actually went down. If this gets found out in court documents, fucking sick.
So his stepfather restrained him and stuff until the police arrived. But then once he was in custody, Kang told the investigators, "Nah, that guy's a bad person online. That's the whole reason." And what can only be described as a cliche early 90s, late 80s comment from the investigator as they're about to send him away is, "I would say, Mr. Kang, it's going to be a long time before you play video games again." And then they send him off to
Did he then take off his fucking shades and it go, yeah? Darn it, darn it. I didn't know this was CSI Miami, dude. This was fucking sick.
Oh, man.
Darn it. Dude. The fucking Who just started ripping a guitar.
It was Dave Mustaine. Watch him become a god.
Oh, man, that's fucking fantastic.
Oh.
You know where you can definitely go hear some Who guitar riffs?
It's punandgabe.com. Check everything we got out there for free. No payment, nothing. So go check everything we have out there at your fingertips. So again, punandgabe.com. Also on YouTube, type in comic Wade Taylor with no spaces. Just all together. together, Comic Wade Taylor, and you get clips of this show, Not Worth the Time, full episodes, but most importantly, you get clips of that man's stand-up, so like and subscribe to get up-to-date laughs on that. But back on puntandgame.com, get some merch.
That's right, everybody. Head on over to the Punt and Game shop where you can get T-shirts, hoodies, mugs, stickers, all sorts of cool stuff to represent your favorite shows here at puntandgame.com. And don't forget to use promo code WGAF. That's promo code WGAF, and that gets you free shipping at checkout.
Oh, no. I'm sorry we have to let him go. We thought it was Krag from the Ninja Turtles. It's actually Kang. That's a different thing entirely. We're out. Peace.
This is why I don't play online video games.
Who is it?